Hurricane Lee is currently located in the central Atlantic Ocean. It is moving southwestward at approximately 14 miles per hour. It is forecasted to reach the Caribbean Sea by the end of the week. It is expected to become a major hurricane as it nears the Lesser Antilles. Lee is expected to strengthen to a Category 4 hurricane before it reaches the area. This would bring with it increasingly destructive winds, heavy rainfall, and powerful storm surges. At the time of this writing, Lee is located about 1,250 miles east of the Lesser Antilles. Currently, Lee is producing maximum sustained winds of up to 75 miles per hour, causing gusty winds and some rain in the region. Once the storm reaches the Caribbean Sea, the sea surface temperatures will be well suited to fuel a strengthening storm. Meanwhile, Lee's maximum sustained winds have increased to 80 miles per hour, causing choppy seas and rough surf. It is predicted to travel between the islands of the Lesser Antilles, bringing tropical storm force winds and gusts up to 100 miles per hour. Lee is expected to encounter upper-level wind shear throughout its journey, which could potentially weaken the storm. As of now, it is too early to tell what will become of the storm. But it is likely to move into the Gulf of Mexico later in the week before making landfall in Central America. Despite this, Lee is expected to cause dangerous surf and rip currents in the Lesser Antilles and Caribbean Sea. Those living in this region are being encouraged to take the necessary precautions for the increased chance of strong winds and dangerous storms. At its current location, Lee is approximately 1,765 miles southeast of Bermuda and 1,000 miles east-northeast of the Leeward Islands. It is predicted to move closer to the Leeward Islands by the middle of the week. Forecasters have warned that it will be an extremely dangerous storm when it reaches this region. In the meantime, Lee is expected to continue on its current path and is projected to become a major hurricane in the next day or two. Reports from NOAA indicate that Lee is producing hurricane-force winds of up to 115 miles per hour, and tropical storm-force winds of up to 85 miles per hour. As a result, dangerous conditions are expected in parts of the northern Atlantic and Caribbean Sea, including high surf, rip currents, and strong winds. Lee's winds are also forecasted to reach up to 150 miles per hour by the time it reaches the Caribbean. Lee is currently a Category 3 hurricane and is expected to strengthen as it moves through the Caribbean. The hurricane is forecasted to continue on its current path, eventually making landfall along Central America's east coast by the beginning of next week. At the time of this writing, Lee is located approximately 1,700 miles east of the Lesser Antilles in the Central Atlantic Ocean. The storm is moving southwest at about 14 miles per hour and has maximum sustained winds of up to 85 miles per hour. According to the National Hurricane Center, Lee will continue its westward track over the coming days, eventually reaching the Caribbean Sea. It is expected to become a Category 4 hurricane by the time it reaches the Lesser Antilles and eventually become a Category 5 as it moves closer to Central America. Reports from the NHC have warned residents of the Caribbean to be prepared for increasingly destructive winds, heavy rainfall, and powerful storm surges.